The dawn of a new hockey season is upon us, and for a second time this season, we've come to Arena Cité des Jeunes. Last week, the Bantamais 4-1 winners over Il Perot, and we're hoping to get our association's first win since that evening. PeeWee Mohawks opening up their season here on the road against the 0-1 Vaudreuil Vikings. Vikings a 6-0 loss yesterday against Huntington, hoping to turn that trend in a different direction. Let's meet the starting netminders. In goal first for Ronnie Stacey's Mohawks. Core of this team went 16-2 in their last season played. That was, of course, in Adam A. Subair, Dequanis, Abrera, of course, was an netminder for that team. Alexis Kazi gets the call for the Vikings, so will be attacking left to right, wearing red or orange with yellow and black trim. Mohawks white, black, gold, playing from right to left. Starting up front for the Vikings, we have Zachary Silva Vanessa, number 22, being flanked on the wing by Ulrich Lacoste and Griffin Harris as well. Mohawks starting Ruben Haji, Jacobs, Arakwahaway, two acts up front. Back end featuring Caleb McCumber, number 7. And here we go. This one underway in Vaudreuil. Vikings on defense. There's a steal along the wall. Backhanded out in front by Conlon Foot, who's on the wing, 16 in white. And it's played back up to neutral ice. Shot back in by the Hawks. That's Arakwahaway Paul, the other defenseman. And it's poked back call. Back to get it is Ruben Haji Jacobs. A long pass, caught along the wall. 2X, and that one deflects over to Foot. Foot found on the pass across. Got it back though, and plays one up to Haji, who comes in. Ruben Haji Jacobs. That's a shot go, and that one in the net, they score! The goal comes 45 seconds into this game. Thank you for joining us here on VDM, brought to you by, of course, Mohawk Super Bingo, the home of the 9 Grand Slam. That's right, 9 grand given away each and every single evening. They also have 2 Zoom sessions a week. Box office for open first stick card sales, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. each and every single day. Mohawks have opened the scoring. It's 1-0. Roja Hio Daibo, his line up here. That's James Day, number 4. And chased here, up on the forward here, wearing number 10, Arista block. Daibo picks it up behind his own goal. Daibo the center on this line. And here comes Roja Hio Daibo, who is an offensive juggernaut in his last season, which was at the A level with the Mohawks, or Adam A. Picked back up by the Vikings. And they bring it back across to center ice. Offside, I think, is going to be called. Yep. Ozzy brought it in on the offside, and we'll have a play stoppage. Ruben Haji Jacobs has the lone goal. Conlon Foot the assist on that one. The Mohawks opening the scoring just 45 seconds in a very tight place here at the Cité des Jeunes. Not a whole lot of room in the stands, but the Mohawks crowd definitely out here in bunches. Right up the wall. That's Caleb McCumber getting one up. Edouard Zizayani Daibo, number 15, the second center. So Ronnie Stacey dividing things up between he and Ruben Haji Jacobs. Ryder Norton out there as well, number 13 in white, as the Vikings look to come back. This is Malush, Antoine Malush, the defenseman. Played up the wall, hits the stanchion, kept alive nicely by McCumber. The first try he got it back in. The second try it's going to be played past him. Paul skating back defensively, and that's going to go far enough for icing as Logan Strangeland of the Vikings was in the area. 7:37 left to go in the first. 1-0 Mohawks leading. Face off to the right of the Vaudreuil goal. Ruad Zizayani Daibo, Ryder Norton up front. Rendier out there as well as the Vikings look to headman it. Hits the stanchion and takes a bounce back into Kahnawake's end of the ice. Abrera trying to keep it alive. It's loose behind the net and cleared away by the Mohawks. Ryder Norton up the ice to Divo. Here comes Lua DJani Divo, bringing it in. Two Vikings were there when they stripped the puck away. Shot back in by the Vikings. Mohawks on a change. Broken up at center. And the Mohawks play it back out for neutral ice. Vikings bring it back in. This will be an offside call. We're at the 3-minute mark of the first. And the late man coming into the fray. That's Reese Dixon, 11. So he will be the other winger. See Mohawks losing the draw here. That's Jacobs going up against Lacoste, number 55 of the Vikings. Paul trying to battle one of the Vikings. Lacoste got in front, a backhander not on the net. Puck trapped behind the goal. And the Mohawks play it away from danger. Arnaquahaway Tuax brings it back to the Mohawks. Up to Jacobs. Jacobs moving on in. Jacobs got the step and a shot. Goal! Drifting to his left, shooting to his right, and this puck deflects on route, and that one had eyes, and the Mohawks have two eyes up. Now it's 2-0. Goal scored with 6:23 to go in the first, so the Mohawks now lead by 2. That's the second of the game for Jacobs. Roja Hio Divo back out alongside James Day on one wing. Defensemen are Paul and Caleb McCumber. And here comes Chase Tier. Not playing defense this year. He's been playing defense the last couple of seasons. They got him playing up at wing. Roja Hio Divo with the back check. Day going after the puck. Flint back up. And now shot back to the Mohawks end of the rink. Paul gave it up. The Vikings come back. Going after it here is McCumber. Puck gave him trouble as it bounced on edge. Still bouncing in front of Abrera. And it's sent away from danger. Day can't get rid of it. Being pressured by Lacoste, and the puck gets out, and the Mohawks have a 2-on-1. Or a 2-on-2, I should say. Deere brought it in, but the puck hit his skate. And he actually brought it in offside, but did not touch the puck on the other side of the ice. The Mohawks trying to play it out. Stolen by Wildertain. Wildertain, a shot blocked. A follow-up opportunity deflected wide of the goal. Hemlock behind his own net. Bringing it up to Hemlock, number 3. Give it out in front! Abrera with the pad save. A rebound, they score! Fired through traffic. And that's Antoine Malush turning and firing. And it's Tyler Lamprey, 87, Tyler Lamprey getting the goal. And the Vikings score their first goal of the season following the shutout loss yesterday against Huntington. Vikings bring it back in. This is Harris. Harris' shot not on. Ozzie Harris and Lamprey out there for the Vikings. Picked back up by Vaudreuil, and a shot's not going to hit the goal. Comes back out the other side. Slap shot. Right in front! Oh, what a stop by Abrera! Getting his body in front of that one. It's a shot pass that ends up in a fine scoring area. But Abrera makes the stop to keep his team in front 2-1. Oh, they say it just missed. Okay. Face-off coming outside the Mohawk zone. Puck takes a hop as it bounces back into Mohawks territory. Here's a wrister. That's turned aside by Abrera. A rebound behind the goal. Comes back out along the wall. Lacoste get it back to the point. Moro got it across. Malush drives. Oh, and that hit a Viking in front of the net. McCumber gives chase to it. Caleb turns, sends one up to center ice, and that gets out back at the Vaudreuil's end of the ice. Ryder Norton gives chase to the puck. Broken up, but the Vikings come back in. Rister pass broken up, and that one will deflect back into Minnesota, or the Vikings end of the ice. And now the Mohawks come back. Here's Lua Gigliani Dibo, a slap shot, not on the net. Rebound out the other side. Paul hacks it back to Dibo. He shoots, and that's blocked. Got it back. And 3 Vikings are on him. He picks it back up, a shot off the side of the net, and that's going to be covered up by Kazi. 3:35 to go. 2-1 Mohawks leading. Face off to the right of the Vikings goal. There's the goal scorer with 2. Hudley Jacobs. 2-Ax turning. Back to the point it goes. Hemlock gave it. Jacobs tied up. Can't get a shot away. Puck goes behind the net. And the Vikings win the battle. Up the wall, one of the Mohawks blows a tire. And Hemlock did a good job to keep the puck away. Could have been a 2-on-1 for the Vikings as the Mohawk lost his balance out in neutral ice. Moses goes in. Can't keep the puck alive. Jacobs on the back check. Willitane behind the goal. That pass broken up. And Arnaquahoe 2-Ax is on it. A centering feed broken up by the Vikings. Turned over. Here's the wrister. Abrera the stop. The rebound. Bounces up. And there's a lead pass to Jacobs in stride. Jacobs with a pass which is going to be picked off. Trying to hit foot, and the Vikings are away. Arister not on. Good stop by Abrera. Malus comes back. Willentine. And now the Vikings bringing it to Mohawks territory. Right on. Abrera is going to hang on. With 2:13 to go in period number 1. It's our first game of the day. We were supposed to bring you a game at St. Laurent earlier in Mosquito AAA football, but that game between the Raiders and the Spartans postponed. And here's a wrister over the net off the draw. Puck was on edge too. Now giving up in front, and it's turned away before it got to the goal. Here's a chance, and Abrera gets it with the pad. Vikings have come to life here in the last little bit. And a lead pass misses Rohahio Dibo. This will land on net. Dibo deflects it in front of the net. Shot, not on, and the Vikings clear it. 2-1 Mohawks on top as we enter the final 100 seconds of this first period. Back behind the net they come. Pass too far for Dane. Picked up by Lacoste. Lacoste moving in, a shot, not on the net. Rebound out the other side. Hall trying to knock the puck away. Foot. And it's given up by the Mohawks. The Vikings pick it up. A shot right in off the side of the goal. Chase Deer will clear it up. Vikings got to watch out as they're in the midst of a change. Moses skating up the ice. Passes it up. Dibo moving on in. He shoots that, skips on net and forces Kazi to make the stop. Down to the final 35 seconds. And the Mohawks have to come back. Moses goes to the boards, tips one up, and away comes Kahnawake. Day lost his balance in neutral ice. And the Vikings scoop it up with 18 to go in the period. There's a wrister deflected and changes direction just to the corner. Vikings got it here. Another shot, not on the net. comes around the other side. Picked back up by Vaudreuil 5 seconds ago. Centering shot! And they score! Oh, how my! With 1.2 to go, this one changes the Recticon route and skips up in the air over the top of Abura, and it's tied 2-2. That's Braden Shepard with a back-breaking goal here to end the first. And that could really be a big-time momentum booster going into the second. So that's going to do it for period one. The Mohawks started off strong, but the Vikings come up strong late, and we're tied at 2 heading into the second. This is Baby Blue Memories. We're back at Cité des Jeunes Arena, getting set for the second period of play. The Mohawks and Vaudreuil Vikings in PeeWee all squared up 2-2. Ewan Hudgy-Jacobs against Brad Pawsey. And the Vikings scoop it up. Long play coming on in. He shoots. That won't land on the net. Sent around the horn. And shot back in. Played around the horn by Caleb McCumber. A centering feed or a wraparound try broken up. Right on, Abura has to come up with the save. It's loose in the netting area, and Abura finds it through a mass of humanity. Face off to the right of the Mohawks goal. Off of a Vaudreuil skate, not considered icing as it hit a Vaudreuil player in the skate. Comes back to the point. A shot bouncing and on edge. Lacoste against Daibo, and Daibo with a good stick check. But illegal, however, it's deemed by the official. We got a penalty coming up to the Mohawks. Alright, so it's a penalty on Daibo for 2 minutes for a hook. Our first power play of the game, and it goes to Vaudreuil. Face-off coming up to the left of the Cape Town goal. 2-2 scoreline. Lacoste taking the draw. One back to the point. There's a wrister. Pinballs to the slot, and that one's not on. Moses gives chase to the puck, getting his stick in the way, and sending one the length of the ice. And the Vikings are forced to tag back up here. Truax and Ruben Hudgy-Jacobs on the penalty kill, and Moses sends the Vikings back behind their own net again. 30 seconds gone by here in the Vikings power play. Lacoste starting things up, and Moses guts it back, and he's going to send it back again. So 45 seconds already gone in the power play, and it's shot back in by Caleb McCumber this time. Truax can't get started. Lacoste with the takeaway, and it's broken up by Moses and bounced back into the Viking zone. Wow, what a first minute of penalty killing by the Mohawks. Sent up the ice, out of reach, intended for Widgeratane, and that is going to be an icing against Vaudreuil Dorion. A minute 10 gone by in the power play, so only 51 seconds remaining, and the Mohawks have done a masterful job on the PK.
You ready to shoot that puck?
Rohio Daibo won it, but the thing was there was nobody on that wing as the Mohawks are short-handed, and Daibo with the takeaway backhands one on, and that forces Pisa to make the stop. A rebound. Pisa, sorry, to make the stop. Shot back out. No icing, so the Mohawks are going to have to make the play here. Paul turns. And his clearing attempt hit a body. And the Mohawks get it out. Comes right back into Kahnawake territory and played out of the zone. And here comes Rohaheo Daibo with some daylight across as he lets it go, and that's not on the net. A rebound foot. And two Vikings converge on him. Izarate coming in, sidesteps one Mohawk. Gets a shot away, Abrera to knock down, a rebound, save Abrera, loose in front of the net. Power play is over, Daibo back out on the ice, given away by the Mohawks, a wrister not on. And here come the Mohawks, skating in, puck knocked away from Reese Dixon. And the Vikings bring it in, a wrister, save made by Abrera, and he will just freeze it. With 6:26 to go in the second. Face-off coming up to the left of the Mohawks goal. Kahnawake only waved out of the draw. So Moses is going to, Drew's going to step up here and take it. Back to the point it comes. Here's a wrister. Changes directions on net, and Abrera makes the stop. And he'll freeze it. There's a takeaway. Up the ice, nobody there for the Mohawks. Picked back up by Moses, who's taken down. The Vikings intercept and start back up. There's a wrister, saved by Abrera, and the Mohawks are right there to pick up the trash in front of the goal. Norton hitting the ball, puck along the wall. And there's a takeaway by Vaudreuil and knocked away by Moses onto the fence. And here come the Mohawks starting things up. Jacobs moving on in. Jacobs, a shot, save made, and no rebound for the Mohawks to pounce on. It went to the corner. Mohawks keeping the play alive. At least for a moment, Norton couldn't get a stick on it. Vaudreuil starts back and cleared away from danger. And now we've got a whistle. And I think the Vikings are going to get caught with their hands in the cookie jar here. That's too many men on the ice. That's not where I get my cookies from. Mohawks going to work on the power play here with 5:20 to go in the second. Going to the box for 2 minutes or less, and the Mohawks will have power play number 1 of the game, trying to turn the crown upside down. They have not really had a whole lot going since taking a 2-0 lead earlier in this contest. Trying to retake the lead. One back. 2X turns and got it back to the point. Kept alive nicely by Denny Hemlock. Malush ties up 2X, and the puck comes up the wall. And it'll be shot the length of the ice. Then away comes Kahnawake. Jacobs skating in. Jacobs had it knocked away. 2X out in front of the net. That pass goes into the opposite corner. Foot crashing in. Conley trying to find it, picked up by Jacobs. Jacobs moving on in. Jacobs shoots! Glove save by Pisa. Snatching that one right out of midair. Face-off coming up to the right. One back. And it goes to the point. Moses has a bomb. Lets it go. Not on. Turak's fighting for it. Jacobs and Moses trying to keep it alive. They do momentarily. And it's going to be taken and thrown back into the Mohawks end of the ice. Paul and Moses, the defenseman for the Mohawks. Giving away! And Abrera has to make the stop as the puck was on edge. Deflected. And here comes Moses shooting one. That's deflected en route. As we're down to 20 on the Mohawks power play. One shot on net on this man advantage. Foot trying to feed Jacobs, who's pinning it along the wall. Paul steps in and they're going to have the puck frozen and the penalty is over. And we're back to 5-on-5. Oh, the penalty has 2 seconds left on it. Pretty soon we'll be back to 5-on-5. 3:22 to go in the second. On the Mohawks, skating in, Reese Dixon. Dixon sends it deep, and the Vikings are the first ones on it. Penalty is over. Posey out of the box. There's a wrister that Abrera makes the save on. Taken back, and here come the Mohawks. Roja Hio Daibo moving on in. Daibo makes the move. Daibo shoots, save made by Paza. You've seen Daibo score a couple of crucial goals in the run 2 years ago for the Adamays. As the Vikings bring it back. And Vaudreuil Dorion shoots it back in. Played off the wall. There's a blind pass which ricochets back into the opposite corner off the turnaround shot. Daibo had it for a moment and the puck gets turned back. Pass handcuffed Roja, but Reese Dixon now will pick up the puck at center ice. He's turning. His slap pass is blocked. Vikings on a team. Chase Steer off the wall. Intercepted by the Vikings. That cone comes in. Abrera makes the stop. A rebound. Comes back to the point. There's a slapper. Deflects on route. Abrera kicks it aside. That's a big stop. This line is gassed right now. They gotta get off the ice. Dave had it turned away. Dave up to Roja Hio Daibo and Dixon. Reese chips it in and the Mohawks get a badly needed change as we get to the final minute here in the second. Pass nearly intercepted by Norton, but it hopped on him and the Vikings are away 3-on-2. Here's a wrister, not on the net. Comes out in front, and the Mohawks will intercept. Norton. Ryder Norton still with the puck. It's a shot away. That's patted aside by Paza. Jacob trying to backhand it. It was number 8, Randier trying to backhand it. And a nice back check by the Mohawks. It's Hemlock coming in there. Turnover. going to burr the save. A rebound gets out of the zone. And we're down to 7 seconds left to go. Near turnover. That's it. Good job on the set by Red Deer, and that's going to do it for the second period. It's the same score as it was when we ended the first. Mohawks 2, Vikings 2. So we've got a 13-minute running time period here to conclude this opening matchup of the season for the Mohawks. They're taking on the Vaudreuil Vikings, all square 2-2. Vaudreuil Jacobs, Kahnawake 2-outs, and Conlon put the 3 for the Mohawks on the out. Moses stops that in its tracks. 2-outs back up the ice, hits Jacobs, skating on in. Vaudreuil gets a shot away, and that's not on the goal. Picked back up on the other side by foot. He sends Vaudreuil back deep behind their own goal. 2-outs on the backhand. Makes the move, sends it out in front, no one home, and that's going to split the defense and go through the upright back up to center ice. And it's shot back in. And the Vikings scooping it up. Kahnawake. Moses the defense. Payson clears it back to the point. Arister, blocked, and there's a steal by Kahnawake. 2-outs. 2-outs. How he has the goaltender to beat. He shoots, save, a rebound, save again, and it's covered up by Plaza. Face-off coming up in the Viking zone. Call fans on the shot attempt, and the Vikings bring it in. Here's a Rister, which will still wider target. Back out on the other side. Intercepted by 2-outs. Makes the move. 2-outs is passed, intercepted. Pawsey, shot, save. Penalty call coming up against the Mohawks for a slash on the swimmer. Here's a Rister off the back of the goal. Picked back up by the Vikings. No one on him! And he scores! Nobody picks up the puck, and Lomfrey is just allowed to walk into one and put this one right under the bar, and the Vaudreuil Vikings have the lead. It's 3-2. LHTO makes it back into the Viking zone. And the Vaudreuil Vikings back in there, and a shot off the side of the post. And now we're going to get a penalty against the Vikings for a slash. Case Deer had his stick tied up, just trying to get it out of the midsection of Gerard, and Gerard gave him a little love tap there with a little bit of extra force behind it. And we'll see if the Mohawks can take advantage here, trying to keep this snowball from keep on going downhill. 3 in a row for the Vikings to retake the lead, or take the lead for the first time tonight. 3-2 Vaudreuil. LHTO taking the draw. Daibo won it, gets a shot away, and that's not on. Beard keeps it in. Beard turns, and his pass is intercepted. And there's a collision at center ice and a penalty call coming up to Chase Deer for a roughing call. And we're going back to 4-on-4. It's interference, sorry, on Deer. Under 9 to go, closing in on 8. Mohawks trailing 3-2.
Watch eyes, 4-on-4, let him move your feet.
Do it, DJ Yanni Dibo, Ryder Norton the forwards, Moses on the back end with Paul. Leia Perreault, I mean, Vikings win this one, he's going to have a lot of room to shoot. Comes out in front, broken up. And it's picked up by Dibo. Dibo and Norton. Dibo skating on in, gets across the Vaudreuil blue line. Dibo gets a shot away, that hits something on the way through and deflected to the corner. Norton gives chase to it, comes back to the point. Paul keeps it alive. This one deflects, and the Vikings won the set before this lands on their net. Moses starts that one down. The Vikings come in. Shepard onside. Well, that one stopped. If that one went in, I don't think the coaching staff would have been that big of a fan of letting that offside go. Well, that ought to be called an onside. As Paul springs it in, shoots it in. Mohawks maybe chasing the puck on the other side. There's a long pass and deflects. Shot back into the Vikings zone. 6:30 to go and counting. That's running time too. The Mohawks aren't going to have any stoppage time breaks. Down by a score of 3-2. And the Mohawks scoop it up. Nice move, and it's taken away at the last second. There's a collision right in front of the Vikings bench. Good stick check by Dibo. And the Vikings have an open look, knocked down by Abrera. There's a slap shot, that hit a body in front. And here come the Mohawks. It's Rulita Jacobs bringing it in. He lets the shot go, which is blocked. Mohawks on a change. Penalties are over. We're playing 5-a-side. Deer comes on in. Then Deer as that one's turned away. A pass out in front. Open look! And they pass it away. I actually thought they would have had a chance to shoot that one. And we have a penalty call coming up for a trip on Longpre. And for a second time here in the third period, the Mohawks will have a power play with a chance to tie the game. Face-off will go with the Vaudreuil territory. 3-2 Vikings on top.
Are you like nervous where I was?
Face-off to the left of the Vaudreuil goal. Comes back to the point. That pass handcuffed. And here, there's a collision along the wall. Foot. And that'll split the defense and go back out to center. McCumber throws it to an open space, picked up by the Vikings. And it'll be chipped in. Dixon throws it up the side. Tony Hemlock playing it up to Rendier. Deer's pass is broken up. And the Vikings come back in. There's a Lister not on. McCumber stand down the clear, gets left, and he goes flying. Blackhole picks it up and shoots. Abrera catches that in midair. .345 and counting left. 3-2 Vaudreuil Vikings leading. Too far for Foot. Picked back up by Moses. Moses. Try to backhand it out. Comes in front. And they turn away and they score. Shepard with a shorty. And this does not look all that good for the Mohawks right now. Still on a power play though, so if they can get one quickly, who knows, we might have a big finish, but it looks like Vaudreuil will get their first win of the year. Jacobs coming in. Jacobs a shot, and that will drift wide. And shot out. Pick back up. They scramble for it. Down to 30 seconds of power play time left. And there goes the stick. And the Mohawks are away. 3 on 2. Through to Hudson Jacobs with Conlon Foot. Jacobs to Foot. Foot centers it down in front. Broken up. Loose in the tip of the net. And the Vikings cover it up. We're under 2 to go here in the third. Face-off coming up to the right of the Vaudreuil Vikings goal. Mohawks scoring the first 2, but Vaudreuil has scored the last 4. One back to Moses, and the puck's on edge and gets by him. Jacobs. Jacobs trying to throw it back. He gets the return feed. 3 bodies around him, and it gets by Moses. Shot back in. Power play over, and that power play burns the Mohawks because they give up a shorty. Moses. A drive. And Moses has to scoot back on the fence. And Payson breaks it up. Good job. A backhander, and there is the finishing touch. You know, they were just never really the same after that 2-goal lead. 5 in a row scored by Vaudreuil Doriol. LHTO Divo wins it. Divo skating on in. It's a backhanded shot away off the back of the net. And 2 Mohawks go colliding. The Vaudreuil Vikings with a 3-goal spurt here in the third period. There's a nice catch by Abrera. Taking this one by a final count of 5-2. Mohawks score the first 2, but the Vikings come back with 5 in a row to end the game. Ruda Hudgy Jacobs gets both goals, and that'll do it. Your final score, Vikings 5, Mohawks 2. I'm Brandon Bordeaux on the game over.